Hey guys, it's Ian Preston here on my second channel, Ian Preston Reviews, and welcome back to another movie review, and this is an anniversary review. Sorry for the sound in the background, someone's working outside. Um, I did post this on my, excuse me, on my, sorry, on my, I post on my YouTube community post and on this channel, and apparently yeah, this year marks the 15th anniversary of one of the greatest movies I've ever watched. Well, the greatest animated movies I've ever watched was Toy Story 3. And yeah, I remember being so excited to watch it in the theater when I was 10 years old, and me and my family and my next door neighbors, we all got to watch it in 3D, and it was such a blast. Only I was excited. I had a blast. And you know what's funny is that people have been saying that it was sad before I even watched it, and they didn't spoil it. But then eventually, I remember hearing it back, a Toy Story 3 being announced in like 2009 or 8, being excited for it, and I was also really excited for it. And eventually, it did come, and then eventually, at one point, um, I guess I remember predicting that Lotso. I'm like, that bear has to be the bad guy. That bear has to be the bad guy because I've seen movies where good guys become the villains and they never learn. And guess what? I was correct. I knew Lotso could not be trusted, and I remember being annoyed in the theater with him. I'm like, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. He was one of the biggest Pixar villains because of how bad he was, and his past was just so sad. And rest in peace to the voice who voiced Lotso, Ned Beatty. I think I'm pronouncing his name. I don't know, but I remember being so terrified. I remember when we saw the fire scene. I remember like almost jumping out of my seat and being all scared and terrified as we were leaving the theater. Heck, I didn't even cry in the theater when I watched this twice, once in 3D and once in just standard. And I wasn't as scared in the second time I watched it in the theater, but I was horrified at that scene when I first watched it. I was like almost jumped out of my seat, and I was all shaken up when I was leaving the theater. And I remember we were going to my grandparents' house to swim that day. The first time I watched it in the theater, some of my cousins were asking one of my cousins, because he saw it with us. They were asking if he liked it. They were asking me if I liked it, and I didn't know how to answer because I was like still shaken up from what I saw. Like the fire scene terrified the crap out of me, and I didn't see it coming. But I'm like, this is kind of dark for a G-rated movie, and it just scared me. And I gotta say, Lee Unkrich, I think, directed this. Thank you so much for directing this movie. You really deserve those awards for Best Animated Film of 2010. And I didn't understand it at this point at 2010, but now I understand it now that this movie deserves awards, multiple awards for Best Animated Movie. It almost did win an award for a sound thingy or something, but it was beaten by Inception. But anyway, because I heard Inception was winning a lot of awards that year too. And Toy Story 3, also third installment of the film, of this franchise. People weren't really too fond of a 4 being made, and people probably aren't very fond for the fifth one being made next year. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Well, I mean, we'll see what it brings, but now that I didn't cry then, but now that I'm grown up, I cry a lot about it now. And the scenes where Andy gives away his toys to Bonnie and even to Woody, and when he leaves, I'm sure it was so painful for the toys to leave. And I think the actor who voiced Andy, when he said "thanks, guys," I think he was starting to cry a bit. I think he was choked up when he voiced Andy. And when I guess I'm sure Tom Hanks had to repeat "so long, partner" multiple times because I'm sure it was difficult for him for this because it was just a difficult. It was hard to get. This scene was really hard to get past. It was really sad, and seeing Andy's mom being sad to see him go, that was also really sad to see as well. And Lotso's past was really sad as well. And I just like the beginning was really awesome. How the toys are imagining themselves in a movie or something, but it's Andy playing with them, and it's his imagination. He had an awesome imagination, and how they were worried that they were going to get thrown out, but they were going to get put in the attic, and they assumed they were going to get thrown out. But and the way they went to Sunnyside Daycare. Hold on a sec. Sorry guys, my cat was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. The way he um when they went to Sunnyside Daycare, when they thought that this um was like hell or something. They thought it was like heaven, but then eventually when Lotso pretended to be nice and they found out that it really was like hell, they're like, yeah, we got to get out of here. And eventually Woody gets founded by Bonnie, Lotso, and them, reveal their true colors, kidnap them, jail them, and make it look like Woody died or something. Woody talks to a phone to help them get out, so he could help them get out, like tells them how they can get out. And that monkey was creepy. It looked like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic or something. That creeped me out too. That freaking monkey. And eventually, I don't know, at the end where the monkey's like jamming out, I guess, I don't know, I guess someone got the monkey out of the drawer or something. And when they were confronting Lotso at the trash area, I was getting annoyed because I thought Lotso was so nasty. And I liked how Big Baby threw him in, and I'm like, yeah, throw him in there. And thanks to Lotso, literally, when they saved him from the shredder, and when he abandoned them to die in the fire, I thought this fire scene really showed what kind of person Lotso really is. Like I thought he was going to be redeemed, but no. This kind of scene really showed him who he really was, like what kind of person he was. Like he's just a monster. But I gotta say, also in the second time when I watched this in the theater, I remember people were clapping to the beat of "You Got a Friend in Me" in Spanish when Buzz and Jesse were dancing to this, and I thought it was great. And it was funny how Buzz was speaking Spanish as well. That wasn't Tim Allen's voice. That was a different voice. That was a guy that speaks Spanish that voiced El Buzzo. But I remember watching this because I really fell in love with it. And in fifth grade, we watched it for a class Valentine's Day party. But anyway, not all of us. I mean, one class watched Toy Story 3, one class watched Despicable Me, and one class watched The Sorcerer's Apprentice. But anyway, definitely a 10 out of 10 for Toy Story 3. I will be reviewing Despicable Me in the next video, the 2010 one. I enjoyed that one as well. I saw that in the theater as well. But I will be reviewing that in the next video. But anyway, um I just got to say I thought Despicable Me could win, but nah, I think Toy Story 3 deserves awards for best animated film. Oh yeah, and wasn't How to Train Your Dragon nominated? Yeah, that one was too. But I think that one was good too. I didn't see that in the theater. I saw that on DVD, but I think Toy Story 3 definitely was a movie to watch in the theater. So definitely this deserved the awards. Too bad that sound award was um was like it was beaten by Inception. That's a good movie too though. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this Toy Story 3 review. It's for its 15th anniversary. Gosh, I can't believe it's flown by so fast. Anyway, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, check out Ian Preston. My first channel link will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love y'all.